About animals that left from Uruguay and now they are going to Turkey. They have been on board of the vessel for more than 1 month now. And right now they are in Turkey, outside the port. We have right now a team colleague there trying to film the animals. So they left on the 20th of September 21 from Montevideo, Uruguay. Then they cross all the Atlantic Ocean. Then they stop in Capo Verde, in this part, probably to get some food and some fuel. And then they stop again in Greece. This is also often they stop here because maybe bad weather conditions. And then they arrive at the destination. And right now, today, are here outside the port. And according to the footage that we got yesterday, most of the animals seems to be probably from the dairy industry. So it means that probably some of these animals are heifers. And if they are heifers, the most possible is that they are pregnant, and also means that maybe they had some babies on board after so many days in this vessel. They arrived on the 22nd of October, so it's quite a long time ago almost. And the problem was that some of the animals, around 500 animals, had a problem with the ear tags. So it means that the traceability is compromised. This means that then now Turkey authorities were saying that we're not accepting these animals because it was not sure if these animals are the same that the animals that appears in the papers. So this is a huge problem for Turkey, and they are not accepting these animals, and neither the other animals that are on board of this vessel.
Almost 3,000 animals are put on Uruguay on a boat. What does it look like on a boat?
Yeah, the problem of these boats is that they are not built to transport animals. Most of these vessels, boats, were made to transport, for example, vehicles or other kind of cargos, so they are not prepared. This means that there are a lot of problems, for example, with ventilation, a lot of problems when the temperature raises up. So most of these animals, they need to suffer a lot from respiratory disease, for example. And for example, in this case, that usually this kind of journeys are meant to be like maybe a couple of weeks, but now we are talking about 1 month. So the animals for sure are suffering, also because the bedding cannot be discharged, means that the bedding is increasing, means the manure is increasing, means that the ammonia is increasing, and then you have ongoing problems for the health and welfare of these animals.
These animals can barely sit down on these ships. They're standing, and they're standing in their own shit by now. And they have been in the same position for 1.5 months almost.
Yeah, actually, this is one of the main problems is the densities. Usually in these vessels, the densities are very high, and means that, for example, the animals have difficulties to reach the water system or the food system, and especially the ones that are the weak, then they will face more problems. Maybe some of them already die. For example, we know through the contacts inside this vessel that already minimum 49 animals die. So as I say, now is the clock is counting. Every minute that happens, that is going on, more animals will die, because it's like a domino effect. When you have this kind of problems inside the vessels, if it, for example, is a respiratory problem, then the other animals will face the same situation. So we really need to go in a hurry right now, or more animals will die for sure.
There are animal welfare organizations in Turkey itself, and you also who are trying to pressure the government. Has the government of Turkey responded?
Not really. They did not reply to us. Of course, the first thing that we did is to send letters and complaints to the Commission, the European Commission, but of course also to the competent authorities in charge in Turkey. It's true that they did not reply, but just after sending the letters, at least the vessel was allowed after so many days to enter the port in Turkey and load food for the animals and bedding. But after that, we don't know what will happen. That's the reason why we are collaborating now with a partner organization in Turkey to get footage of these animals and to know what is really going on. Because as I say, everything is rumors, but we already saw yesterday in the footage that we got yesterday that the animals are in very poor conditions, and we saw a big amount of dead animals already in plastic bags. So that confirms that already a lot of animals die.
And you're a veterinarian, so the most humane thing at the moment, right now, would be to euthanize the animals.
Yeah, clearly, there is no doubt. We talk with different experts and other veterinarians like me, and this animal has been already too many days in these vessels. As I say, these vessels are not prepared to transport animals, and for more than 1 month, even less. So these animals, I'm sure that if someone inspect them, they will see that they need to be euthanized immediately.